Here we go. Everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. I cannot believe this is the next to last show of May. I have a returning guest tonight. She's an old friend of mine from school, way back, but it doesn't seem that long ago. Allison Drukas, she agreed to do my show a couple of years ago, and I'm amazed that she did, and I found out some really cool stuff about her. And she's done a lot of cool stuff even since then, so I'm having her on at my other location, and we are spreading the joy of Topic Time with wonderful guests. But of course, before I get to her, I got to read these incredible underwriters as usual, and then we will commence per usual. So, we have Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have the Riverside Cafe in Wareham, open 6 days a week, all except Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They make the best breakfast from Boston to the Cape, and they have DoorDash delivery. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. We have the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in East Wareham. Used to be in the building at my other location. They just moved. We have Evan Young Realty. That's my brother Evan, the realtor. And we have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington on Route 58 up the road and going in the other direction. I want to thank you guys very much. And now Allison Drukas, Alli Drew, how you doing today? Good to have you back on Topic Time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I am honored to be on your show.
I'm honored that you did it. Listen, let me tell you something. 2 years ago, I didn't think you'd even want to do it, and that's why I let you come back. I don't let people come back that easily, but I think you're now a real fan as opposed to just being, someone who says, oh, I'll give it a shot and see what happens.
You know what? I feel grateful that I get to do this. I want to say at the outset, I'm a little nervous.
Oh. Okay, yeah. It's okay. I'm nervous too.
But
okay.
I just feel grateful that I get to do this. I feel so grateful. For those of you out there watching, Harrison and I went to high school together.
And junior high school too.
Yes, and junior high school too.
Met you on September 7th, 1972 in Mr. Silver's history class in 8th grade.
Oh my God, you are amazing. You are amazing. This guy has the most amazing mind. And we're going to have our 50th reunion next summer, and I'm going to make him go. I'm going to make him go, and he's going to tag along with me and my husband, because I love him. He's a wonderful person.
No, that's reinforcement if I ever heard it. Okay. Well, yes. I don't, Allison, I try to get after, you know what I've just been through. So,
yes.
it's great that we're having the 50th reunion next year, and I'm sure it'll be a wonderful event, as they all are. But I don't even want to look past tomorrow. I want to take every day as it comes, because as the people that might be watching this may or may not know, I just beat stage 4 cancer in February, and my prognosis was not good. And I did it miraculously. I did it in such
Your prognosis isn't good?
It wasn't good. No, it's gone now. But I'm saying it's good now. It's okay for now, but you just never know. I'm just saying.
Yes.
So, 6 months ago, I never would have believed I'd be talking about this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went from having the possibility of having. I went from going in and being in a ton of pain and having it in my stomach to going to two ER visits in Brockton in 2 weeks. Then going to Tufts, my doctor's in Boston, my hospital, where I have a great doctor who saved my life 22 years ago, because I had pneumonia back then. And then they had to stick a tube down my esophagus, and they found the tumor, and they found a ton of inflammation that they had to push out, and they had all they could do to do that. And then they had to feed me intravenously for 8 days, and I lost enough. I was down 115 pounds. I probably weighed less than you do for a while. And they had to make sure I didn't need emergency surgery. Then it turns out the final pathology report showed that the cancer cells had died in my stomach. Hooray! Like, when the Wicked Witch of the West, or the Wizard of Oz, ding dong, the cells are dead. the cells don't usually die like that. They usually, and so I found what the doctor said was, number one, we're probably going to have to cut your stomach open like a Swiss cheese, take the tumor out. Number two, we're going to give you about 9 to 10 rounds of chemo, and that's going to knock you on your ass too. And then it's still the likelihood of the thing coming back is like 80+%. And then I Googled it a little further. It said that somebody with that kind of cancer that has to go through that usually doesn't live past 5 years. Now, in my case, it's gone. They did a second biopsy, and it went from being cancer to no cancer. So I don't want to just say, yes, exactly. But I don't want to just say next year, the 50th reunion, I'm going to go. I don't even want to think about. I like to just live in the moment because you have to see. Yes. I appreciate I know you want me to go, and I might end up going. I don't know. I have some ill feelings about going too, and I don't want to name anybody, but we did discuss it yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
You try to hook me up with a woman, and that's great too. I mean, that would be phenomenal. And
so you had stomach cancer.
Correct.
That was your diagnosis. Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if it was colon cancer or
no, it was duodenum.
Cancer.
Remember 10th grade biology, the duodenum, the duodenum? That's the tube in the stomach where when you eat food, it goes down to your esophagus.
Uh-huh.
The duodenum is it's like the connector between the esophagus and the bowels. So when the food goes into the duodenum from the esophagus, the duodenum has a big job. It has to take the food, it has to send the nutrients to the parts of the body that need it, and then it has to send the rest of it, well, you know where, in the bathroom. Yeah. So when you got a cancerous tumor in there, it's a pretty big deal. So that's and like those kind of cancers are usually aggressive, and they usually don't end well for the person. In my case, it just died in there. So I got to figure God's a Topic Time fan. I hope that's the reason that they died in there. But, we all got to shed our mortal coil sometime. But that's why you got to live in the moment and not worry about, next year.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate your intensity. But look, Allison, I want to talk about what your thing is that you've started this YouTube channel and you're doing very well with it. So let's talk about that. And we're going to watch a video of yours about halfway through the show. But go on, talk about talk about what you've done since you were on my show back on July 30th, 2024.
So I worked as an attorney for 30 years, and when I retired, I knew I wasn't done.
Okay.
I still wanted to help people.
Okay.
Because
were you only a public defender, or did you, or was
I was only a public defender.
Which is, when I say only, I mean it's huge, obviously. Right.
Yeah, no, that's all I did. So when I retired, estrogen cream, the cream that women use down there for their hoo-ha.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
That was big when I retired. It was all over social media. Women were using it on their faces.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And I had been using it for 15 years at that point. So I put a video out about it on YouTube, and it did really well.
Yep. And that was like right after you did my show last time, I think.
Yes. Okay. Yes. But I couldn't just keep, I feel like I'm screaming. I couldn't keep just doing videos about estrogen cream. So my second love was fitness. Yep. I love skincare, but I love fitness too. So I'm doing feel good, immersive fitness. And you'll see in the video, I do. I
watched it last night. It was great.
Yeah, you saw pieces of it. So I'm enhancing the experience of fitness through visuals and through immersive environments. So I create fitness walks that help people feel the physical effects of fitness and an emotional, uplifting experience through nature, through backdrops of health spas, of cities. Like I have a city walk one where we go to Vegas, New York City, London, Paris. So you're working out and you have these backdrops of Paris, London, So, so it's an experience when you work out because, fitness is so important. It can help us with our heart. It's been associated with heart health. I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know. According to the American Heart Association, it can help us with cardiovascular health. It can help with brain health. According to Harvard Health, it's been linked to thinking and memory skills. It can lower blood pressure. According to the Mayo Clinic,
Okay.
it can reduce blood pressure by several points. It helps with sleep, according to the Sleep Foundation, bone density, according to the Osteoporosis Foundation. It can help with stress, according to the American Psychological Association, mobility as we age. It enhances our brain chemistry. It reduces stress hormones. And when we combine it with the feel-good images that deepen our experience, the feel-good images I put on the back of the screen, it just hits it out of the park. So you're getting all this benefit from fitness, plus I'm putting these feel-good images behind you. So you're just getting like a psychological and a physiological experience. And there's research that's linked. Exercise can reduce your risk of cancer, too, according to the American Cancer Society.
Okay, well, I exercise every day, and that may be the reason that the cancer cells died in my stomach. But right now, we're halfway through the show, and we're going to watch Allison's video that she just described.
Okay.
I'm going to come back and continue the interview, so stay tuned, enjoy the video, and we'll be right back.
Feel your core wake up while your whole body comes alive in nature. Let's warm up as we get ready to engage your core. Let's stretch your arms here. Don't put your shoulder up like this. Stretch that arm. And let's get ready to stretch the other arm. Everything is blooming at once. Let your body wake up with it. Feel the softness of the cherry blossoms all around you. It's like your whole body system is lifting and opening. Let's raise our knees and warm up our lower body. Let the color, the lightness, and the movement in the air lift your mood as you walk. Let's go back to walking and raise your arms slightly in front. Yes, raise those arms, raise them up. Everything is blooming at once. Let's go back to walking. Petals all around you. Bright colors everywhere. Let it hit your body. And now let's do our first core exercise. We're just gonna tap our knees. You got this. Keep that core nice and tight and nice and engaged. You got it. Feel this in your core. Keep it going. Feel your body getting lighter, brighter, and more alive with every step. Let these colors wake up your nervous system as we get ready to do another core exercise. Let's go back to walking. Oh yeah, Ready? 1, 2, 3. Touch your opposite knee with your elbow. Feel your core waking up as your nervous system wakes up with all this color around you. Don't forget to breathe. You got it. Keep it going. Yes. Okay, let's go back to walking and feel the cool mist in the air on your skin. And let's do some punches and engage our obliques. Oh yeah. Fresh, alive, energizing your body with this mist in the air, that charge, that energy hitting your body, hitting your skin. Breathe in that clean air. Let that rushing water wake up your senses and clear your mind. Feel your body getting stronger, lighter, and more powerful with every step. Let's go back to walking. Feel the mist in the air. And let's put our arms overhead. And we're gonna touch the opposite knee and work our core. You got it. Feel the mist cool your skin. You got it. Oh yeah. Nice tight waist and nice energized nervous system. Feel that charge, that energy hitting your skin. Move. You got it. Let's keep this going. Breathe. You got it. Yes, feel the cool mist in the air on your skin. Fresh.
Okay.
Allison, that was great. Now, I noticed when you were walking, you had those beautiful trees. It must have been in the autumn of last year, right?
No, it's all AI.
Oh, yeah, okay, because it looked like you were doing the power walk under a bunch of beautiful autumn leaves, but I guess
Yes.
okay, AI works, but that was
AI.
really you walking though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And you do that, I guess you do that every day, right?
I swim, I walk, I lift weights, I work out so much. Yeah.
Oh, good, okay, and that's true. And I think perhaps I'm living proof that exercise helps you beat cancer, because who knows to say if I wasn't, I got a feeling that when you sweat inside, and you have cancer, I think the cancer cells get really freaked out by that somehow, and maybe it drowns them. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we don't want a lawsuit against us saying that exercise beats cancer. We just want to say that
You're not going to get a lawsuit again. If there are studies that show it, that doesn't mean everybody that exercises can't get cancer. Obviously, that can still happen.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's the lawyer in me.
All right, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm also working on. I'm my personal trainer, but I'm also working on my certification in neuromeditation, because I want to, just bring in how, seeing these images can affect you on a neurological level as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, Allison. Do you personally train other people?
No. I just, I've been exercising my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
And, but I did study extremely hard to get that certification. I mean, I have stacks of notes. I studied really hard to pass the exam.
Well, what exam was that?
To get my certified personal training exam.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if you took the exam, why don't you, have you ever worked as a personal trainer?
No, but I do that because I want to work on YouTube as
Oh,
a
I see. You want to
fitness
make, yeah,
instructor.
all right. Well, you got your certificate, and now if you want to, you can probably maybe line up some
Yes,
clients too.
yes, yes. But you
Okay.
know what? I'm so focused on YouTube, it takes up all of my time, you
No, it's
know?
great. I love YouTube.
Yeah,
The last 12 years of my every show I've done for the last 12 years is on YouTube. That's why I love it so
yes,
much.
yes.
As you know. Okay. All right. Well, that's fantastic. So you've always been, yeah. So so what's going on with you currently in terms of like, are you working on anything new for YouTube or any other
Yes, well,
projects that
so
you want to discuss?
I have a video coming out. It's for people who are on GLP-1, you know, the
What's
weight
that?
loss medication. I
Okay.
have a cardio plus weight plus strength training, but it's
Okay.
without weights. So you can do cardio, and we're going to do, you know, strength training
Okay.
without using weights. So there'll be intervals where we'll, you know, strengthen our muscles
Yep.
for GLP-1 because you want to have good muscle tone when you're on GLP-1. That's really important. And
Right.
I have another video coming out about, people with poor knees, you know, who want to do cardio because a lot of us have knee pain as we
Yep.
get older. So I'm going to do one on that. And, you know, I'm just really honing in on people's needs. And all of them will have, you know, really pretty backdrops. Like the one I'm doing on people with joint pain will have health spa backgrounds, you know, so people will see really pretty health spas in the backdrop for backdrops. And, you know, I'm so excited about this.
I don't blame you. I'm
Um,
excited too.
yeah.
Okay.
So thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
So,
I know you. Yeah. Okay. Now, have you ever? Now, I know you did acting. Now, when I had you on the first time, and I love this when this happens. Whenever I have a guest on the show that I knew, or even if I didn't know them, and I knew you. I didn't know you that well, but I knew you as a classmate in school. You told me that you you were an actress too. You ended up, and a lot of the people I interview are actors and actresses. But I had no idea that you were until you told me that, when we did the last interview at the Eastern show at the Eastern station. So. Are you still doing any acting now, or are you still are you friends with any of the big actors and actresses in Hollywood?
you
If not,
know,
that's fine. But I'm just checking on just to see.
no, my husband, he's a sober companion.
Okay.
He works with people who are trying to stay sober in
Okay.
Hollywood, and he works with people I can't really disclose who they are
That's
because,
okay.
yeah, it's anonymous. But
Yep.
and I do know, you know, it's kind of a side effect of living in Hollywood for 40 plus years. You bump into celebrities. You know, somebody knows somebody who knows somebody. So I know some celebrities
Oh, sure.
for over the years. Um, but yeah, you know, I've known some. I don't do any acting. You know, I have this perfect opportunity to bring this up. I suffer from a little tremor, you know, a
Okay.
head tremor, and I'm getting my shots tomorrow. I was like, I can't tell Harrison I want to put off the show again. So, you know, I don't want to do acting anyway, but that's why I couldn't do it. But and I want to say to anybody who's watching, if you have any kind of tic or tremor or anything, don't let it stop you. Still fulfill your dream. Um,
Yeah.
pursue
Yeah. Of
your
course.
dream. Yeah.
Well, I have autism, and look at what I'm doing. So.
Hallelujah.
Well, I mean,
Hallelujah.
that's PI. You can't say that anymore.
Yeah,
PIC. I know.
exactly. Exactly. You know, look at you. You're amazing. You're amazing.
I know. I'd argue if I could. I thank you. I know. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support and the fact that you become. I mean, when I found you on Facebook 2 years ago doing a high school Facebook group, I thought, well, she never do. I mean, I always look for people from my class to interview because I've had some, great guests from my class.
Yes.
And unfortunately, one of them's no longer with us. John DeRocha, who I had on a few years ago. I don't know if you know him.
Oh,
Yeah, but
sorry to
but you-
hear that.
yeah, I had him on right here too in 2019. But again, I found you, and as soon as I saw that you had a law degree, I said I got to get him on the show, and I reached out, and boom, and so that's what I mean. I always try to accentuate the positive in other people. I know there's a lot of
Yes.
negative in this world, but
Yes.
and sometimes that's interesting too, on the show. You never know where the show is going to go. That's the great thing about it. The conversation's spontaneous, and and I'm always trying to listen as I speak and pick up what other people are thinking about too.
Yeah.
Without being too psychic about it. You know what I mean? So.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, you look great, by the way. I mean, it's fantastic that you're still doing this. And,
Thanks.
yeah. And I know, we had, and now you actually, what we talked about yesterday, you actually you don't have a dating service that you work for, do you? Remember you were talking about, I couldn't help but ask
Can we
that.
bring this up?
Well, why not? I just thought maybe you did.
I don't work with a dating service. I mean, should I talk about it? I mean,
We only have 5 minutes, by the way, but if you can do it in under 2 minutes, then give it a little brief
okay,
synopsis
no,
of what
I
you do.
just know that one of my colleagues at the public defender's office, he met a nice woman from overseas.
Overseas, there's plenty of them over there too, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
And, he married her and she came here and they've been together. I think she's Asian. She's
Yep,
Thai.
lovely. Yep.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I was thinking, some men struggle to meet the right person. And, I thought, Harrison, why not?
I know. I'm not. Listen, I'm not. If I didn't like the idea, I wouldn't have brought it up. And you may notice that some of my Facebook posts might seem to seethe desperation, but they're not. I just like being funny. But I like to. That's me. That's my style.
What? You know what? Easy for them to say, they're probably married and it's been easy for them, but why not? Think outside
I
the
know,
box.
exactly. The astronaut Neil Armstrong, whatever, I don't know, the guy that lived to be 90, he's 94 or something, and he got married to a woman 30 years his junior. But the problem is, I got to find a woman that's compatible, and my standards might be too high, and hers might not be. That's the only issue. Other than that, the girls from foreign countries, if they live sometimes, I hate to say it, but I'm thinking if they live in a third world hellhole, any port in a storm, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? You'd have to research it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
No, I agree.
Life's too short. Look, we're already 60 blah, blah, blah years old,
I know. Well, listen, you're happy with your life like the way it is, and that's great too. And I think every day there's always a chance. I've done so many interesting things that I didn't see coming, and who's to say that someday that won't happen? And that's the fact that I beat cancer the way I did gives me more years to possibly to make it happen if it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
Allison, what I want you to do is give some shouts out to a few people, and then we'll wrap the show.
Oh, yes. Pam, Stephen, Sophia, Nick, Sydney, Joe, Jesse, Andrew. I think that's it. Oh, and all my friends I'm going to see next year at the reunion. I can't wait to see you. I can't believe it's been 50 years. I love you all. I love you, Harrison. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Get back at you. Okay. All right, Allison, that's great. Just like now, the last time we did this, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. Sit tight, and my tech guy Jason will take a pic of us. For last 2 years ago, it was Joe Taft at my other station. Here it's Jason. They're all great people. I couldn't do what I do without them. So, would you be okay to do a pic for Facebook? I'm sure you would, and I'll tag you, but you can tag me as well.
Of course.
Okay. All right, folks. So tomorrow I have another great topic time interview. I think I'm interviewing a young singer-songwriter in Canada. Thanks to, by the way, Holly Davidson, who's a publicist out your way that getting me some great guests lately. So kudos to her, even though, and kudos to the people that I get that aren't from her. But on that note, we're going to wrap the show up. So another great episode coming to a conclusion. Topic Time Nation, wrapping off and snapping out. See you next time with another great guest, as usual.